as the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a slow curve low, and the Babe swings. It's a long one going out toward right center. Stengler's backing up against the wall. He can't get it. It's in there. Another home run for the Bambino. So the Babe hits his second homer of the day.
No sport can boast its true American identity other than baseball. The way it captivated audiences in the Roaring '20s was not only because it was exciting to watch, but because of the way it embodied American society. In the mid-19th century, baseball had been a sport for the wealthy and privileged, something that few knew or cared about. However, the game quickly spread, and, aided by media coverage, became a game that all could enjoy. Anyone from a poor urban dweller to an affluent Wall Street magnate could enjoy the game. An uneducated street urchin could come to a game knowing more about the rules, the players, and the possible outcome than a Harvard-educated intellectual. Social status did not matter, a mindset that had been ushered in by progressives in the previous decades. Baseball was also a game that embodied cherished American values, some that dated back to the days of Jeffersonian democracy, but also some that had only recently evolved with industrialization. The archaic American virtue of individualism was evident through the lone battle between pitcher and batter. Athleticism, fairness, courage, and intelligence were often associated with the game. The rags-to-riches myth was perpetuated by the rise to fame of numerous players of humble beginnings, including Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb. Meanwhile, the lack of a time limit excited Americans who had had the rigorous timing of industrialization drilled into them. The team-first mentality of baseball mirrored industrialization and social Darwinism, that sometimes a few battles needed to be lost in order to win the war. Unfortunately, baseball also reflected some aspects of American society that some would like to forget. The Black Sox scandal of 1919 highlighted corruption and bribe-taking, a trend that would return in earnest in government during the early 1920s. Deep racism led to segregated leagues, keeping some of the world's best players, who were black or Hispanic, out of the spotlight. One team manager remarked that a player was so good, they would have loved to have had him on his team, had he not been black.